Good morning, good afternoon, good night, good night, good morning. I don't know what time you're watching this, but good morning, good afternoon, good night, good night. Check it. How you view yourself affects how you view other people, and how you view other people affects how you view yourself. As y'all know, because you human just like I am, this whole life is about people. If it's not about you as a person, it's about somebody else. And your thoughts is so important, because your thoughts is what creates the footsteps, I believe, of a life. Like how you think, how you believe, or who you believe in, what you believe. It affects where you go, what you choose to do in life. When you have a great view or a good view about people, about the people in front of you, about people are far away, people that are famous, just people in general, it has a better effect on how you view yourself. And so basically, as I'm growing up, I'm learning this. I say as I'm growing up, as if I'm a little baby child. But as I grow in life, I'm learning, and I've learned this, and I've applied this to my life, and it has helped me out so much. That my thoughts about people, they have to be good. Because if they're not good, then they're negative. And y'all know us as human beings, we have a default of negative thinking, because we are just born crazy people. We develop negative habits. We just see the evil in this world, so we just automatically assume the worst. And a word that I learned, that I take and that I use, is champion. Like, you have to champion, follow me here, you have to champion people in your heart and in your mind. Meaning, if you see something crazy, you see something negative, if you see somebody at their worst, like, realize that this is just a moment in time, and they're not going to always be like this. And I think this also applies, or comes with the strong gift of encouragement that's been placed inside of me. And so I have to think good of people. I don't want to say I have to, but I choose to. I have to, and I choose to think good of people, because they won't always be that way. You yourself, you grow. You learn, you live, you grow with God. You won't always be in the state that you're in, or the thinking that you're in. And so God is always rooting for us. Look at this love letter. Look at the Bible. He's always speaking good things to us. He's always pushing us forward, showing us how to live, how to be like him. And for you, in order for you to have better relationships with people and better relationship with yourself, you have to do the same about people. Like, I know they crazy. I know what they did was trash. What they said was stupid. But it's like, okay, they're not going to always be like that. You know what? And so I'm going to give you an example of me championing somebody. When reality hits, like, okay, this is a reality. This person said this. This person's getting on my nerves. Okay? Getting on my nerves. Before I allow it to sink into my heart and just take root and allow me to become bitter, because that is fact. Like, that, it happens so easily, and I have to constantly fight against it. I'll start saying, like, God, you love them so much. God, they are a human being just like me. God, what good things about them? Like, tell me good things about them. Lord, they are a beautiful, beautiful soul. Like, I have to, or I start to think and pour or pull up positive thinking, positive things about them. And let me tell you, it changes your perception, your perspective of life. So you won't look at people as villains, or look at people as your enemy. Ooh, they out to get me. Ooh, this, ooh, that. Because that's what we naturally do. Look at the news. If you keep watching the news, you're just automatically, your head would just start to, because it's like, oh my goodness, like, when would this world end? Jesus, come back now. And that's a reality. I have moments like that, like, Jesus, let's come back, please. I ain't even lying to you. But when I start to think like that, when I start to champion people in my heart and in my mind, it causes me to look at myself in such a brighter, better light. Because really, we reflect, or we push our thoughts of ourselves onto other people. So more than likely, if you're always negative, if you always have something crazy, something horrible to say about people, think about people, it's literally because that's how you think about yourself. You don't separate your thoughts of how you think about yourself and how you think about people. It's a continuous thought pattern of your entire existence. So it's so helpful. It takes away burdens. It takes away like pressure to want to be perfect too. Because when you realize that other people are not perfect, like no human being is going to get it right every time, all the time, it takes away the pressure off of you to get it right. Anytime you find yourself being critical of other people, it's because you're critical of yourself. And maybe somebody has been critical of you, so you learned that pattern. I'm sure I've learned these habits over the years by my surroundings, other people being critical, so I've developed critical habits. So the reason why I've even started to do this or started to adapt this way of thinking is because I've been so negative, and I still find myself getting very negative. And I say, okay, let's start championing. Let's start building people up in your mind, because it helps me build myself up. You feel me? You feel me? And when I start to do that, it frees my mind to start thinking about other good things. Because when you find it, when you have time to just think so negatively about people, that's too much time wasted. You spending too much time on people. And guess what? I ain't got time no more. I ain't got time. I promise I probably sound like a 55, 65-year-old woman to me. I ain't got time. I've been living life. I just ain't got time, okay? I ain't got time to be pondering on you. And when I find myself thinking about people too much, I'm like, Lord, I don't like it. I don't want to think about them. They're taking up my thoughts, and it's not in a good way. I'm not praying about them. I'm not thinking positively about them. It's wasting my time. When I could be thinking about how good God is. I could be thinking about how good He is to me. How sweet He is to me. When I could be thinking about this sun shining just for me, glistening, just shining on these trees out here and watching them sway in the wind. I could be thinking about all that good stuff, and I'm thinking about something negative about another person. Flip your thoughts. Okay? Start to champion people. Start to build people up in your heart, in your mind. And watch your thought life about yourself change. Watch you free up so much space to apply your thought life to something that's productive. Something that's productive and that's going to help you go forward in life. And not hold somebody else back. I hope that makes sense. Stay encouraged. Peace.